Hey there, and welcome back to part 2 of session 0 of Below the Shoreline. I am Eric Munro Schwan. You probably already know that. We're back. We're doing this thing. We're doing a little bit of roleplay, a little bit of combat. It is a few days before the start of the Winnowing Festival, and each of you has been called away from your normal duties and asked to show up at the mayor's, they call it the town hull, as kind of a fun, jokey tourism thing. It is a ship that's been turned upside down and made into an office building. So which one of you thinks that you would be the first to arrive? And Sam, I know where Marius is going to show up.
Okay.
So don't you worry. But who thinks they'd be the first to arrive?
Not me.
Not Bene, yeah.
Well, that leaves me then. Even still, I might be like right on time. You know what I mean? Or like just fashionably late.
Well, you come in and you are in a kind of lobby area, and you see the mayor's assistant, Ms. Zaria Kismet. And she's this turtle woman who wears what look like fake eyelashes and has those kind of chunky librarian glasses with the string that goes around her neck. She goes, "Oh, Qell, good to see you. How are you doing? You look so handsome as always."
I am doing well, beautiful madam. And I will take her hand and kiss her knuckles very gently, and then bring my face back up and make just this big, white, toothy smile.
Oh, be still, my beating heart. Okay, well, just take a seat. We'll have the, Mayor Desmond will be out in just a second. And I think do you guys think that Bene and, Calanthe arrive at the same time?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we're coming from different places, but we're like, oh. Hey.
So you guys are like, checking in as you walk in, and his Mitt goes, "Isn't Bene and Calanthe? Okay, well, let me just go and get." And as she's like getting up, the door slams open behind her, and you see this half-elfin man who has this boyish look about his features, but they're definitely fading. He has this coif of hair. He's wearing a button-up white shirt with the sleeves rolled up and kind of khaki trousers with nice shoes. But he always looks just like he's about to jump out of his skin. Like he's always the most stressed out person on this island. He goes, "Great, I'm very thankful that you guys could be here. Why don't you come on in and we will get this going, okay? Great."
Is he the mayor?
He is the mayor.
Bene's just like, "Mayor, I mean, I have never seen you so calm. What's going on?"
"Oh, I've been trying to work on my meditation, and I think it's working."
You don't look a day past 50?
"I just thought it wasn't going to be hard to run an island, and it's so much harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's a lot of red tape."
But yeah. And other colors too, like yellow tape.
Yes.
All the
green.
tapes.
Yeah, a lot of tape.
Anyways, come on back, guys. So you guys probably interact with the mayor a fair amount. He's always kind of doing things around the island. So he brings you in, closes the door behind him. You guys sit in these 3 chairs that are in front of his desk. Well, do you guys sit?
Yeah.
Okay. Calanthe, do you guys sit?
Yeah, but he'll sit last.
Okay, gotcha.
Calanthe sits, but does the classic pirate lounge of like,
Yeah.
Bene sees you. Bene looks over and sees you do that, so he kind of just like. He's like, "I too am comfortable."
And in this office, you see behind his desk, there's this large wood etching that has the like catchphrase of Maralone, which is come and watch the world go by. You see a etching of what is basically like a photograph, but was clearly kind of sketched out by a very precise hand of the mayor and a group that he served with in the war that happened a long time ago. So he's like, oh, I really appreciate you guys being here. We have a little bit of a problem. So the festival's coming up in a few days. And you guys know how critically important the festival is to the prosperity of our island. We make our most money this weekend every year. When we have this festival, we don't want people getting hurt. And there's this smattering of Kuatoa that have kind of popped up in the marsh area, the marshlands. So if you guys could just nip out there really quick, put them in the ground so that they can't hurt any of our guests, I would be so appreciative. And while you're at it, everyone roll a perception check.
First roll of the search.
Hey.
24.
15.
It's a perception?
Yeah.
Ooh. 13.
Okay. So Qell, you probably clocked this when you came in, and then both Calanthe and Bene probably got this pretty soon afterwards. Behind you guys in a corner, there's just this human guy sitting with red hair and a little peach fuzz beard. This is Marius, is that right?
Yes, Marius, it doesn't really make too much of a difference, but yes, hello.
I want to call you what you're called, you know.
Right.
A new minute taker then.
No, sorry. I guess you can explain your role.
Well, I'm a reporter. It's kind of my first assignment. So sorry if I'm a little nervous. But you could say a general note taker, I guess. I can do anything that you guys need me to, frankly. But I'm happy to be here.
He is here about 2 days ahead of schedule, which I was not anticipating. So I need you guys to show him around and also kind of bring him with you when you guys go take care of these Kuatoa and just protect him. But you look like a strapping young kind of guy. You can take care of yourself.
Am I really 2 days early?
Yeah, we don't. I got the message from your paper that you were going to come on the day of the festival. But this is also fine. This is also great.
Okay.
So, yeah, do you guys have any questions?
Well, with respect, Mr. Mayor,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with these threats from the depths that come onto land and threaten those who are less prepared to face such things. This is part of my job description, and I would be happy to take care of this for you, but I do wonder, knowing this is my jurisdiction after all,
Mm-hmm.
why we should need to involve these others. They are welcome to go home. I will gladly deal with this myself. All in a day's
I can
work.
go home. I can go home.
No, you can't go home. I need you
I
guys.
mean, he said he got it.
Yes, I recognize that, but there's quite a few of them, and you guys are all the best fighters on the island.
Listen, I believe in him. I think he can do it, and I feel like all of us included, we can all agree that he can handle it.
I really appreciate the sense of team spirit and belief that you have in your comrades.
Mm-hmm.
It will remind you that I do sign your paychecks. And this is technically what your work is today. I took you off the boat so that you guys could do this. Not you, Calanthe. You obviously make your own money. But
And ye best be paying us to babysit.
yeah, sure.
Extra.
You'll get
A lot extra.
I can handle myself. I'm You don't need a babysit.
I can do time and a half and no better. So yeah, it's kind of rough and tumble on this island. We get a little feisty sometimes. These Kuatoa, it looks like the lost men out there couldn't really deal with them. Terrell just kind of makes them go away when they bother him, but without doing any actual damage. So, pretty please. Yeah.
So for the Lost Men, do they have, let's just assume they have levels like us.
Yes.
Did they keep their levels when they were cursed as children? So are they really strong children, or did they like revert to children but still have man smarts? Like how do we know how it
Man
works?
smarts.
They probably reverted to children, but kept a modicum of their abilities. Like their levels were probably lowered by, like if you guys are at level 10, they're probably at level 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have child strength and they have that kind of stuff. They retained their intellect and wisdom.
But they have a man's anger and resolve.
Yes, exactly.
I have a child's strength, but a man's rage.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to take something out of the baby's hand? Their grit is like, no.
It's like, no, I have this now.
Yeah, it's like, no, you will choke on this. No, you can't have that. They're like, but I want to.
Watch me.
But your hair is so pretty.
Right. It's like, no. Let it go.
Tell me, what will be the going price of an order of fried cod at the festival this year?
Oh, 5 silver pieces.
That's a perfectly agreeable payment in your human money.
That's that is a totally agreeable payment. Is that out of character? Is that correct? Because I don't really know the metrics.
We don't
That's up to you. We know.
We don't use
only use
You
gold.
don't know the geopolitical trading systems of the
Forgotten
of the
Realms?
island. Yeah.
Yeah, in our home games that I run,
Really?
like I only ever use gold because I don't want to keep up with.
Right. It's like $1 is 1 gold.
Okay,
Yep,
so
exactly.
it'll be about 2 gold for cod. You like cod?
You like jazz?
Yes,
Your life, Jan.
it's quite wonderful. Yes.
Okay, well, I will just literally get you all the cod you want if you guys go do this right now and make sure that people don't die.
Well, I cannot speak for these two, of course, but I would vouch for Bene's fighting abilities any day. He has proven himself quite capable. And he gives this sickly smile of like when 2 celebrities don't like each other, but they're on TV and they have to pretend like they do.
Bene looks at you, goes, oh my God, Qell, that's the nicest thing you've said to me today.
Okay, I can't tell if there's unresolved tension there. Well, let me see if I can. I can't tell if there's unresolved tension there. But yeah, we'll make sure you get time and a half. You'll get some cod. Is there anything else I can do for you? Marius, are you going to be okay? I know that you said you're going to be okay. Is there anything I can do for you?
So I just want to be clear. So we're gonna go fight those Kuatoa?
Yeah, you're gonna kill them. I don't know where they came from. I don't have any allegiance to them. They're fucking with other people, and we're just gonna, we're gonna nip that in the bud.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll probably, yeah, okay, sure. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
Bene just is like, I mean, Mayor, I just want to make sure, we're not doing anything, out of, for your reelection, maybe, just to keep up appearances and things. Maybe is this like a incognito type situation, or we can stop by the bars on the way? Like what is this like? Is this like a right now problem, or we can like wait?
This is a right now problem, and I actually want
Gotcha.
to thank you, Bene, because I had not considered the ways in which this could impact my reelection. So yeah, you're gonna need to stealth it. The only people who I think know about this are the Lost Men and Terrell, the leader of the Lost Men. Jeremy the Brave came and told me about this and requested our assistance. So please and thank you.
I can
We
picture
good?
you.
Okay. So do you guys head out?
Yeah. Second question.
Oh yeah. Is
Um,
this in character or out of character?
out of character.
Okay.
Is the marsh close to the long way down?
No, it's technically as the crow flies, it is close, but the
Mhm.
marsh is kind of, you can access the long way down by going basically up to the right side of the island. There's kind of a curved hill that goes up to that cave where the
So they don't
legend.
connect at all.
No, there's kind of a rocky cliff face that is on the left side, and that goes down basically into the marsh, which doesn't receive a lot of sunlight or anything. To access the marsh, you go west on the island and then past the farmland and into the marsh.
Okay.
Do I know what Kuatoa are normally like and what they do? Like, basically, would I be worried about, like, are they like a sentient people in the water that I interact with a lot that I wouldn't want to just go kill? Or are they like kind of pesky creatures?
They seem mindless and pesky. They have minor ability to use tools, which does show sentience, but you've never seen a Kuatoa whose main goal it wasn't just to fuck things up. Like, they're kind of mindlessly driven by that pursuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Fuck it up, dude. Fuck it up.
So,
And then he's
they would
like,
be one of the threats
"Relay."
I'm accustomed to dealing with.
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, I'll
It's-
take care of this for you.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, you actually haven't ever seen them on this part of the island before. This is weird. It's you
Interesting.
maybe have seen them when you've gone out to do missions on the coast of the mainland and stuff, but this is the first time that they've appeared in this marsh. Yeah.
I have a question about the
Go for it.
island.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've thought about it or not, but what is like the mode of transportation on the island itself? Like, is there like streetcars or are there like, I don't know, like, have you, if totally cool if that's just not something.
Plane.
The island is like 13 miles across, so you can walk most of it if you want to.
Right.
But I think there are kind of like bikes. I think there are horses and because there are farming families, but everyone kind of has like a farm animal. Like
Okay.
so there are horses and stuff, donkeys that you can ride around. Yeah. Are there cars? I think we haven't gotten to the point where that is a mode of transportation yet. But
Like, there's tractors to
There's
help
tractors, yeah,
farming,
yeah.
but there's not like a vehicle and with like
exactly.
buses and shit.
And like on the Golden Hour, the ship that you are the first mate on, you manage this water genasi and fire genasi, names forthcoming, who use their powers together to kind of make steam to make the ship go. And I think maybe there's some kind of vehicle on the island that can function that way as well, but you kind of need those people or a way to produce steam to be able to use it.
Right.
So it kind of just sits there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so you guys, if you guys have, you can have a horse or something if you want to have an animal to ride, or else you can just walk on foot. The trek that you guys are about to go on is it's like flat.
When we get out there, Qell's gonna look at everybody and just be like, I assume everyone has a relatively speedy method of transportation.
Bene has a bike.
That's so cute for Bene. I love that.
Yeah.
Marius, I think you would probably be given a bike by the mayor or something.
Okay.
Whatever. You can also come up if there's another mode of transportation you think Marius would prefer. But I think they have some resources for visitors.
Yeah, I think he would have just shown up with just his belongings.
Yeah,
And-
definitely. So you could give
I'm
him like
torn.
a bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm torn between a bike, a horse, and a skateboard.
I too thought skateboard, but I'm like, they're probably in my mind it's dirt.
It is dirt.
Yeah.
But
So
there are like skateboards for mountains. So,
Mountain boarding? Oh shit.
yeah, it's a real thing.
I didn't know that was real.
While you guys are kind of discussing this and talking about your like methods of transportation, Qell is going to go, wonderful. Then I'm sure you don't mind me just making my own way. No need to slow anyone down. And he's going to touch his own chest around where the Kraken's tooth is hanging. And he's going to pulse this blue energy into himself. And I'm going to use Otherworldly Leap, which is one of my Eldritch invocations, which allows me to cast Jump on myself at will. And Qell just starts hopping like a big frog.
Okay.
So he just starts. Boom, boom.
I'm fully imagining Spy Kids 3D when they get those moon shoes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it.
I'm also very much inspired currently by Sue from My Hero Academia.
Oh yes.
That's very much the look. Like he gets down and then just like frog hops all the
I
way
love
there.
that.
I think I'll have a bike.
Okay. So you guys, the three of you are just biking along. Do you guys make any conversation as you go there with Marius, your new compatriot?
Along the way, I would be so like stressed out by just like the silence. I'd make conversation. Have any of you encountered Kuotoa before?
That's a great
Honestly, I mean, I know I just met you, but my family was killed by Kuotoa, actually. My people were killed by them.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I mean, you didn't know. It's okay. But it's a bit of a sore subject for me.
No, I understand that. I've only heard stories about them. What about you?
Calanthe is trying very hard not to screech, like squawk with laughter, and also trying to focus on like keeping the bike upright.
Yeah, she is like Calanthe has definitely like seen my parents. Like like you've seen my parents around the island. Like very much that like they are very much alive.
Meanwhile, Quell's voice is fading in and out as he comes down, like hopping alongside you, and he's just like, well, Kuotoa are definitely something that we face a lot in you. Never really seen them before in the land, but they are known to spears and other types of weapons. And
That's so good. So you guys make your way over there. Calanthe, do you want to respond to Calanthe? Do you want to respond to Marius?
I think they'll just turn back she'll just turn back when she gets it together and looks Marius dead in the eye and says, "You should be very, very afraid."
He swallows
And then
heavy.
goes and keeps riding.
Oh boy.
Bullying this poor boy. So you guys make it to the kind of outskirts of the marsh. Bene, you're very familiar with the marsh. You've spent a lot of time here. So I think you might lead the way if that's chill with everyone. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm definitely leading the way.
So why don't you guys all give me nature checks?
Ooh.
If you would be so kind. And perception check. Either nature or perception.
Oh,
okay,
thank
I'll-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my perception's a bit better. Nat 20.
Oh, shit.
Hey!
15.
15? Okay.
25.
So Bene kind of leads the way with Calanthe. Kind of, God, I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong every time I say it.
It's just like, people who have different speech patterns or like grow up with different dialectical upbringings, like they'll say it differently. But like Calanthe, like it's like tomato to her at least.
Okay, gotcha. So Betty's leading the way with Calanthe, kind of right behind. I think you guys are homies. You hang out a little bit. You've probably brought her back here just to see Terrell at some point. Maybe you guys had some reason to meet with the Lost Men. But you go down, you begin to see breaks in trees and unnatural stuff along a path that you normally don't go down, that there's kind of no inhabited, it's not an inhabited area. You come to a little bog, and you normally don't go this way because there's kind of this small body of water that you have to get across, and there's really not anything over there, but you can see footprints on the other side of the riverbank that lead that way, and they're definitely not human or large humanoid footprints. Roll me only one more perception check.
Oh, that's
9.
24.
9.
Same
Okay.
thing, 25.
Damn. Okay.
The dice are happy today.
Not nat 20.
Nat shit. Okay, that's
Not
very good.
not nat or unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. So you guys are looking at this water, and you see it start to bubble, and it's bubbling as if there's some kind of oxygen or air that's being emitted from underneath, and you know what's about to happen right before it happens, but these mud methods, these kind of almost pterodactyl looking mud constructs burst out of the water in front of you, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh geez, oh man.
Here we go.
And
here
there
we
are,
go.
let's say there are 4 of them.
Ooh, nice.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I again got a 20.
Okay. So Benny with the 20.
17 plus 3.
Hey.
Start
okay.
using my big
Ooh.
D20.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
pretty.
That's a real big D20.
It's quite sizable.
So
I have one that's like the size of a softball.
Ooh,
And I
there
can
you
never
go.
use it because it's too heavy, but I keep it up there and I look at it and I'm like, I love you.
We have the pillow one over there, which is the biggest D20.
Oh yeah.
So
Big
Calanthe
dice
was
energy.
24.
Hmm?
Calanthe was 24.
18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
12.
15.
Okay. What's your dex?
Mine?
Yeah.
It is 18 plus 4.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So you definitely go before this method. And then last but not least, Marius.
6.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm gonna have to
So-
switch out one of my cantrips. 'Cause
First-
it's not.
Up in initiative is none other than Bene Anjaro.
Yes. I see. So basically, we see 4 of them just pop out from like the marsh around
And now
us.
they're kind of circling you guys now.
Perfect. I'll go after whichever, like one that's closest to me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Pull out my sword. I'm gonna attack it.
Damn.
That's.
Oh no.
That's a 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh. We're not playing my campaign.
No.
That would not have hit. Okay, let's see. Ooh, okay. That's 12 points of damage for my first attack.
Okay, gotcha. That was a significant hit against this method. It's looking a little bit jacked up.
Nice.
And you, as you're looking at this method that you've hit, you notice that in with the mud that its construct is made out of, there's this kind of almost oily iridescence. You see kind of shifting rainbow colors in it. Next turn is
Oh wait,
going
no,
to
I have.
be.
I have
do you have
I have
a
two
second?
attacks.
Oh,
I have an
shit.
extra
Forgot you
attack.
guys are
level
level
10,
10.
baby.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. My second attack. Ooh, that is a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, no, that misses. That misses. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. Not great. 7 points of damage.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's looking jacked up.
And then yeah, that will be it for my turn. Oh, and I'll take a step back, and I have mobile, so can't hit me. But I'll step back away from it.
So these methods burst out of the water. Bene, without missing a beat, draws his sword and just right into this mud method, which goes like, and kind of dips a little bit, but keeps continuing to fly around you. And now it is a different method's turn. Okay, it's going after Calanthe. So it's going to roll an attack. That is going to be this method is going to try to hit with a 16.
Yep.
Does that hit?
Mhm.
Okay. So that will be 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning damage. So this method that is swooping and diving around you suddenly breaks with the ranks of its compatriots and dives down and takes a bite out of Calanthe with its beak for 6 points of damage, and then joins back with its crew. And that's going to be the end of its turn. Now it will be right into Calanthe.
So, quick question, because I forgot that Shillelagh has this condition on it, but the condition is the wood of a club or quarterstaff, and I don't have either of those. So
You
should
can do
I?
that on any weapon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't have to switch that out.
Yeah. No.
How are they positioned again?
They're circling you. So
Circling.
the one that hit Bene, or that Bene hit, is probably to your right. The one that you hit is to your left. And there's one in front and behind.
I will cast Frostbite on the one that just got me.
Okay. So what does that do?
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Gotcha. If you would believe it, these mud constructs do not have the greatest constitution. Oh, that's fucked. Yeah, I don't think a 9 will hit it, will it?
No.
Okay.
So it will take 2d6 cold damage.
Gotcha.
So 6 cold damage, and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes, but it doesn't have the weapon attack.
No,
I
it
just,
doesn't.
I just wanted to do frostbite and make it all icy.
Gotcha. Good to know. What does this frostbite look like?
I think it just sort of like just ice crystals sort of just start to grow and creep down, let's say like the bottom mass of the method, and start to creep up.
You see on its stomach, this mud stomach area of this method, these ice crystals start to form, and it seems like it kind of weighs the method down a little bit as it tries to stay in the air. And it looks very uncomfortable. Now we're moving right along to Qell.
So how many of these things are there?
4.
4.
One has been seriously injured. The second has been minorly injured.
Okay, I'm gonna go for one that has not been touched yet.
Okay, sounds good to me. What would you like to do to it?
So these are not the things that we came here to fight. So I'm not going to waste my
No.
Hexblade's curse yet, but I am going to. He just gives this little like, and he's going to reach up and he's going to pull these coral blades out from his back, unsheathing them with a sound like when you drag a paper towel against fresh fried chicken. that just like sound, you know?
Very specific.
Yeah.
Immediately came into my mind though.
And I'm gonna use Thirsting Blade and do 2 attacks.
You love to see a blade that's thirsty.
All right, that's a 25.
Okay,
On the
that
first.
surprisingly will hit.
And 27 on the second.
Yeah, both hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. So it's D8 time. So the first attack is going to be 8 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12 points of damage.
Did you say 8 plus 6?
8 plus 6.
14.
Wait, 14. Yeah, so 14 points of damage.
Mhm.
And the second one... you seeing this?
Yeah.
So I rolled another 8, so another 14.
Okay, you Qell unsheathes these coral swords and just completely unloads into this method. Going once, twice. What does it look like when Qell fights?
So he fights in a very whirling sort of a way, and I feel like these coral blades, they often trail water when he gets going, so it kind of looks like a spinning ribbon dance when he's just like swing around. There's a lot of like this kind of stuff happening. So I imagine this is a very swift, like they're unsheathed, he runs forward just and just sort of X bisects it.
Oh,
With the deftness of a raver with gloves, or light up gloves, Qell comes forward and just effortlessly into this method with water trailing off of his blades. It seems to just slice right through the mud, and this thing is left out and falls to the ground, deconstructed and dead.
Do I have
now
enough
it's just
movement to get to
mud.
the next closest one?
You can.
Okay, because I am dual wielding and I haven't used my bonus action, so I am gonna take a third offhand attack.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna say the next closest one to you is the one that Calanthe attacked.
So for this one, I only get a D8 if I hit with no bonuses because it's offhand.
Gotcha. Okay,
Oh, that's a bad roll. That's a 3, but it's plus 10, so it's 13.
that'll hit.
Okay.
Oh wait, do you?
5 points of damage.
Not to be a rules lawyer, but
Uh-huh.
do you add any bonuses at all if with the offhand?
With the offhand, you add bonuses to hit, but you don't add bonuses to damage.
To hit, right? Okay.
Unless you have the feet.
Unless you have the feat, which lets you
Right.
do it. But I don't know which feat it was. I looked for it, but it's
Dual
not dual
wielder.
wielder, which is the one that I have.
Yeah,
Dual
dual
wielder
wielder.
it gives me a +1 to my AC when I have 2 weapons out, and it lets me not have them limited to light one-handed weapons.
Did it change with Tasha's?
I'm not
I-
sure.
I could have sworn that is.
I believe
the-
it's some sort of feature with 2-weapon fighting that's specific to different classes.
Gotcha.
I'm not worried about it. I have 2 attacks already for Thirsting Blade that are
Did
fine.
you say that was 5 damage?
So yeah, 5 points of damage to that one.
Gotcha. Okay, this one is looking pretty jacked up. So Qell murders this one method as much as you can murder flying mud, and then takes an extra attack to take a little nick out of this one that bit into Calanthe. Now we are at another method's turn. So the first method that Bene super jacked up is going to go after him. So that's going to be with a fist attack. I'm going to say that probably an 8 does not hit,
It
one
does
would
not
imagine.
hit.
Okay. So this method kind of takes its two little claws together and tries to go down on your head with it for some bludgeoning damage, but misses as you effortlessly kind of dive out of the way. And then
Yeah.
next, it's going to be method number 3, who is going to. Oh, actually, no. It's Marius.
Okay. So, as these methods are popping up out of the ground and everybody else is just kind of slashing them down one by one, Marius is like frantically searching through his satchel, looking for his holy symbol, and finally, he manages to pull it out. He flips it out really quickly, and he casts gust of wind, but he casts it wrong. He literally has the spyglass backwards, and the gust of wind sends him flying back, and he slams against a tree.
Oh.
And you can hear like thunder kind of rumbling in the distance.
Was that a dice failure or a willful failure?
That was a it was a combination of a couple things.
Okay. All right.
How did the rest of you react? You can roll perception checks to see if you see it, but
Bene is dying laughing. Like Bene is laughing. This is the hardest Bene has laughed in a long time. He's just like, what the fuck just happened?
Calanthe, under her breath, is just like, time and a half is not enough.
So Marius flies back, hits this tree. It is now the third Mephit's. Oh no, wait. No, he's dead. Whoops.
Oh.
He already out of initiative. So it's Mephit number 4. He just saw Qell absolutely murder one of his friends, so he's gonna try to hit. Does a 20 hit, a dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Damn.
So this Mephit will dive down, and it takes its little muddy fist and shoves it in your eye for 4 points of damage.
Ouch.
You hate to see it. And actually, I should have done this, but I forgot. Could each of you make me a Dex saving throw?
Oh.
Each of everybody or
Everybody
got hit? Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
That's a natural 20.
That's
Okay.
also a natural 20.
Wow.
I have
My Satine Phoenix
I have
guys.
Satine!
I have a thing called Danger Sense, and I have advantage to Dex saving throws against effects that I can see.
You can definitely see this.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Oh,
I
no, Marius!
No.
I'm also prone on the ground. So actually, let me roll again because that would be disadvantage, right?
Well, no, this is totally fun. This is actually supposed to happen when Qell murdered that other Mephit, so it can play into what happened to you. Because, so it's Death Burst. When the Mephit dies, explodes in a burst of sticky mud. Each medium or smaller creature within 5 feet must make a DC 11 Dex saving throw, or be restrained until the end of the creature's next turn. So we'll just say that that was part of you kind of getting the eyeglass mixed up, and then you getting thrown back.
That's amazing.
I couldn't quite see.
Yeah.
My vision was all
was all muddy.
A comedy of errors.
Totally. And then Bene got over 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the rest of you guys save, and now it is back up to the top of the initiative with Bene.
Cool. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack. There's 3 left now, right?
Yep.
I'll attack one that's healthy.
Okay.
Has everyone that hasn't been attacked?
Yeah, there's one that hasn't been attacked, yes.
I'll attack that one.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Okay, that will definitely hit. Roll damage.
Yeah. Where's my D8? Oh, here it is. Okay. That's going to be 11 points of damage.
Ooh, brutal. How does Bene hit this thing to take off almost half of its life points?
Whereas I'll say Qell is like very flashy in his swordsmanship. Bene has been trained by a Kinsai monk who is very precise and very so he's like same amount of force, but he's just like it's just very quick cuts to this thing.
1 strike, 1 kill. Except
Right,
not a full kill right now.
Right.
Do you have a follow-up attack, or is that?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a 17 to hit. Well, I rolled
That'll
a
hit.
17, so that hits. That's another 11.
Nice. Okay. So you just lay into this thing and take it down almost to 0 with 2
Nice.
strikes.
Nice.
Now it is.
And then I move back again.
Gotcha. You do the disengage. Perfect. So now it is going to be that method's turn, or actually a different method's turn. So you move back and move right into the area of another method that hits you with, well, does a 17 hit?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, 17 hits.
Okay. So right behind you, you kind of back into this other method, which comes down and bites on your neck and takes a little bit of chunk out of the flesh for 4 damage.
4. Bene's just like, kinky. Buy me a drink first.
It's kinky, but it also feels gross to feel like hardened mud biting into your neck.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night. Yeah. You're getting ready for the weekend.
Weirder things have happened to Benny when he's drunk.
All right, now next on to Calanthe. What's happening?
So I will bonus action cast Shillelagh, which I'll never learn. I'll never learn how to pronounce this. Shillelagh?
Fuck it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shillelagh.
that's perfect.
You say Shillelagh, yeah.
Shillelagh. On one of the cutlasses, but both of them are out.
Gotcha,
So her
okay.
her dominant hand cutlass, she will cast it on, and she will take a swing at the one closest to her.
Perfect. Sounds good to me. Roll that attack.
So that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
So that means D8. Sorry, that was not.
No,
I
you're good.
misread
Take your
that.
time.
It still hits though.
Okay.
So it's a D8 plus 4, so that's 4 damage.
4 damage. All right.
Sorry, I'm very tired. That's
No,
8
you're good.
damage to
Ooh.
the one closest to me.
You take your cutlass and what does it look like as Calanthe puts this thing down?
I mean, I think it reflects in also the way that Calanthe fights hand to hand. That is to say, just a straight up brawler. So it's very strong, not reckless, but kind of reckless, but very strong, like swings with every intent to do a murder.
Gotcha. Hell yeah, I love that. So as Calanthe puts this thing down, we move along to Qell. There are two more looking very injured.
Is this the one that attacked me? Is it still right in my face?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay, so it would not be prudent to do any ranged stuff, so I'm just gonna keep sorting.
Mm-hmm. Sword art.
I'll do one attack at a time, just in case.
Sounds good. Yeah, go for it.
That's a 28.
Yeah, you're gonna murder this thing.
All right. So that is 11 points of damage.
Okay. It's still up, but it's looking very hurt.
Okay. Attack number 2 is a 23.
Hits.
That is 13 points of damage.
You turn around on this method, which is just fuck you up a little bit, a very tiny bit, and one to just bisect this thing. Or
Can I
maybe
give it the old Count Dooku? Because what
You
I'm thinking
can.
is, because the blades are hooked, so I think what he's going to do is he's going to wrap around and put the hooked parts around the neck and just scissor the head off.
Oh yes, that is absolutely
kick?
brutal.
Oh man.
Yeah, the kick is good.
You hear off in the distance, do it.
The best part in that movie is the insert shot of Palpatine going, yeah.
Yeah. We love filmmaking here. So is that going to be it for Qell?
Still have my bonus action, so I could go after another one.
You could. There's one left that's looking super, super hurt. It's probably hovering over Marius and is about to go for Marius.
So when I take care of the one that's on me, Qell's eyes immediately are like, and they find young boy in danger. Oh no. And suddenly that braggadocious look gets a little more serious, and he leaps over to there, and he's going to just try and do what he does.
Do it.
On this one. 21.
Yeah, that'll hit. What do you have to plus to your hits?
Plus 10.
Damn, I thought so. Okay.
Because okay. I can break it down for you if you want to just like have it clarified.
I'm interested. Yeah.
So, okay. So the first Hexblade feature that you get is that for your packed weapon, you can use charisma instead of strength or dex for the modifier to hit and damage. My charisma is 20, so I'm adding +5. Proficiency bonus is +4, so that's a +9. But then I also took improved packed weapon as one of my Eldritch invocations, and that's from Xanathar's guide, and that gives me a +1 to hit and damage as well. So I am now at a +10 to hit with my packed weapons, with a 1d8 +6 to damage.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. So you do hit with that follow-up attack on this one that's just hovering over Marius, about to dive down and hurt this poor boy.
That's an 8.
Yeah, you eviscerate it. It is. You cut into this mud method, and the mud kind of just falls more onto Marius and just gets him a little bit dirtier. But he's safe.
Was that the last one on the board, or is there still?
That was the last one on the board. There's only 4. So you guys know you have to probably cross this river, but how are you doing post this quick battle?
I immediately put the swords away and put my hand out to Marius. Are you all right, son?
Yes, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. He kind of gets himself up and kind of brushes himself off. I appreciate it. That was exciting, to say the least. No thanks to you. He kind of looks up in the clouds, and you kind of hear it rumble a little bit.
I look up in the direction that you look up, kind of bewildered.
All right. He kind of takes his spyglass and he collapses it and closes the lens and shoves it into his satchel. Okay. So what's next?
Is this river like strong currented? Is it sort of like a lazy river, but
it's a lazy river?
Okay.
It's big. It's kind of like boggy, more than it is a river. But yeah, you could walk through if you wanted. I don't think it's terribly deep, or you could swim through. It's up to you guys.
Did you all notice that those were not Kuotoa?
They were not.
Really? What were they?
Is it common for mephits to be around?
No.
Are they okay?
You get some elementals around here, but it's the thing that was particularly weird was the way that there was that iridescence within their structure. It looks hyper unnatural.
Can I roll
you could roll
nature check?
You could roll Arcana or Nature.
Okay.
I'm gonna not roll anything on principle because I don't think Qell cares.
Okay.
What they were.
I should roll something because I can speak primordial, but I forgot about that in the moment. So I'm not gonna roll anything.
I rolled pretty good.
Nice.
That's a 18, 19, 20, 22.
On Nature perception.
Nature. Okay.
What was happening to them was either not natural or supernatural. It was being affected by some form. I mean, it's an arcane construct. It's kind of a monster elemental construct, but you don't normally get these on the island. You're sure of that. You spend enough time out here to know that these aren't common.
Right.
Seems like someone brought them here or created them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you guys cross that river. How do you want to just swim through? I need to stop saying river because it is a bog. Do you guys want to try to swim through?
Oh, I
Probably
take
not
the
that deep.
first chance to go for a swim.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I just swim through.
I coyly follow.
Do you have a swim speed?
I do
I'm a
have
little
the same
grossed
speed.
out.
Yeah,
by
it's
how
pretty
$58.
gross.
Oh, same.
But I stomach it.
Yeah, Marius, you see all these people who you've just met just be super down to swim through some algae-ridden water, bog water, and you're just like, well, I guess I'm gonna also have to do that and follow them.
As I'm struggling through it, like I just call up. So if those weren't the Kuatoa, then are the Kuatoa they worse? I mean,
the fact that they murdered not only my family but also the bloodline of my people.
Right. I forgot.
I'm the last remaining one. You will know them when you see them.
Okay. Sorry. I get. Like,
no, it's cool. No, I get it. You didn't know. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You didn't know.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry. He just shuts up. He doesn't want to step on any more landmines.
I think at that, Calanthe won't be able to take it a second time, and will start like laughing out this barking laughter. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to blow out the mic, but like she will just start laughing.
Can I roll a deception check?
Yeah. Sorry.
Inside at this point.
I forgot that I am the one who has to say yes or no to that. Yeah, you can both do that.
Okay.
I got
an 8.
16.
Yeah, I got an 8. Well, let me see. Deception. I got a 10. Yeah, you.
Yeah, Marius, you feel like you're probably being goofed on. You've been hanging around with sailors your whole life. They like to take the piss out of you a little bit.
And I am very gullible. They always manage to. I always realize a little bit too late.
So as you guys have now gotten out of this bog water, you're kind of wiping yourselves off.
I will say, if you don't mind, to that interaction, just when we get out of the water, Qell is now keeping a special eye on this boy, and he'll try to like help pull you out of the muck. He'll just be like, this drylander humor. It is amusing, but misplaced. Stay behind me and you will be safe, young man. I have faced bigger fish than these.
Okay, great. Yeah. Wiping myself off. I feel a little bit more confident. Somebody's actually taking the time to give me assurance.
Maybe I'll do a little prestidigitation and just give you just like a little bath with water. Because and water just goes and the mud just comes off you.
Wonderful.
So go ahead and everyone give me either a nature or perception check again, and also give me a stealth check. So you can choose between nature or perception, but you do have to give me stealth.
So perception is 24. Wait.
Okay.
Yes, 24. Stealth
19.
is a 19.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You got a 12 for nature.
Okay.
And a 4 for stealth.
Okay, gotcha. So and then Qell and Jon, what did you, or Bene, what did you get on stealth?
A 17 on stealth, and for perception, I got a 19.
Gotcha. Okay, and then Qell?
So 18 on perception, and then for stealth, it would be also 18.
Okay. So I think that Calanthe gets out of the water, kind of listening to this interaction, kind of laughs out loud, but muffles the laugh a little bit as to not awaken anything or let anything know you're there. And immediately picks up on the trail with Bene and Qell hot on your heels. You guys are following along and you're being stealthy. But behind, you just kind of hear the rustling of Marius's bag hitting him. You hear he's still trying to kind of like get himself in order despite having been cleaned with prestidigitation, kind of like. And I think maybe Marius is stepping on twigs, quite a few twigs, and making
Breathing
some noises.
heavy.
Breathing heavy, yeah. It's been a long day. You've had to travel, and so you all eventually find your way by following the tracks through this clearing. And there's more and more tracks as you go on, but you eventually find your way to a clearing where there are about 8 Kuatoa surrounding a fire, and they all have already stood up and are looking at you and readying spears as if they're preparing to fight. Everyone roll initiative. You can also try to take an action before if there's anything you want to do, but y'all probably have to throw down.
Are they like in a circle?
Yeah, they're around a fire. They have an alligator on the spit that's just slowly turning.
Because like I do have something prepared.
What do you have?
Wind wall.
What does that do?
It creates a wall of wind that hurts.
Oh yeah, if you want to try that.
Yeah. Because is it sort of like we come up and we notice each other at the same time, or is it sort of like we're trying to stealth and we see them already, but then they notice us?
You're trying to stealth, but they see you already, or you see them and then they see you.
Okay.
Because so I think kind of see.
I'm totally fine with this not being allowed, but if that's allowed, then I would sort of, upon seeing them, cast it.
You can go for it. I'm gonna make them all make a strength saving throw, just to reduce the damage.
Yes. So I want to do the wall, with them in it, just in that circle, a circle of wind.
And yeah, you guys, as you're coming through this forest, you see these amphibious, short-looking dudes. Marius, especially for you, you're like, are these the Kuatoa? Because it's just these little guys, little short legs and little arms with a shield and a spear, and they just kind of go.
Big fish face.
Big fish face, yeah, big dumb fish face. They go. And they get ready to fight you. So how's the wind wall going?
So you have to make a strength saving throw or take half damage.
Gotcha. Ooh. What's the spell save DC?
16.
Oh shit. Okay. 16 on the die. They do make it.
Okay. So they take five
force damage? Bludgeoning damage?
Bludgeoning damage.
Okay, gotcha.
But as long as it's up, the strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through the wall. Loose, lightweight materials brought into the wall fly upward. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upwards and automatically miss. Creatures in gaseous form can't pass through it.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's a continuous thing. Good to know. So they all get ready to fight you. Did you guys already roll initiative for me?
Yep.
20 to 25. 15 to 20.
I got a 15.
17.
Okay. 15, 17. Sounds good. 10 to 15?
11.
14.
Okay. So that will be. Yes.
Oh, now you can come out of jail.
Oh man, they are rolling like garbage.
Love to see it.
They're about to get eviscerated. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Calanthe just sees them and is like, "Oh, there they are," and then it just goes. Woof.
Love that. First off is going to be one of the Kuatoa, who is going to. What are they going to do? They're going to run at Calanthe because they just saw her pull up this wall, and they are going to try to hit with their spear. They're moving away from the group. They're going to try to hit with this spear, and that is going to be that's going to miss with just a real hot 4.
Ooh.
A spicy 4. So they and then they go with their spear, and it just fully goes way away from you. Yeah. And then there is actually a second one immediately after that. So it sees its friend miss, and it gets up, and it's like, and it gets up to, let's say, roll a d4 again. And that is going to go for Bene. It goes up to Bene and is going to roll that attack. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Okay, so that is going to be just a real spicy 4 points of damage.
Cool.
So yeah, that happens, and then it is down to Qell.
All right, so we're still a good distance from the group, right? From like the group of them.
2 have run up to you, probably ill-advisedly, and the rest are just kind of standing behind.
Okay, and the 2 that have run up are in melee range with some of the party.
Yes, they are directly within melee range of probably all of you.
Okay. For the time being, I'm gonna, after seeing the last fight, I'm gonna trust in the group to handle that. They don't seem to be immediately threatening Marius yet. They're going for the fighters. So I'm gonna step aside and with the blades. So the way that they're always kind of dripping water, his eyes are gonna start to kind of grow, not darker because they're already pitch black, but like they kind of glow a little bit, and the hair tendrils glow bright blue. And then he pulses this energy, and all of the water along the blade actually rushes up the blades themselves and gathers in this swirling like tide pool within the center of the hook part. And he's going to cast Eldritch Blast with that with the weapons as a focus, because that's something that he can do. So it doesn't change the actual mechanics of it. It just uses the blades as an arcane focus. So he shoots the Eldritch Blasts like out of that little tide pool, and it looks like water. It's almost like a bubble wand now.
Okay.
When he shoots it, it like, and it comes out of that central area. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm picking it up and taking it home with me.
So he's just gonna like kind of serve a couple of Eldritch Blasts.
At the group?
Yeah, toward
This is the range,
whichever
yeah.
one looks the beefiest in the distant group.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see 2 that are looking like they're particularly beef ridden.
Okay. So that is okay. So these are going to be +9.
And I'll say that Calanthe, when you did that wind wall, the fire immediately went out. So it's dark and quiet in this little enclave.
All right. So resolving one at a time. The first one is an 18 + 9. 3, 4, 5, 6,
To hit?
27.
Oh yeah, that's
27.
27 will hit the Kuatoa.
Okay. So D10 plus my charisma for agonizing blast. So that is an 8 plus 5, 9, 10, 11, 13. So 13 points of damage for the first
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Sounds good to me. Hit me with that second one.
Okay.
So you can do multiple Eldritch Blasts in one turn?
Yeah, so once you hit level 5, Eldritch Blast levels up, and you do 2 beams every turn, and you roll
cool.
individually for each beam.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's great.
Okay, so the second one is a 19 plus 9, so if 18 plus 9 hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're rolling really well.
I'm rolling really, and I'm glad there's someone else here to confirm it too, that it's just happening.
Because we would all be like, Ian's cheating. Classic Ian.
Show the dice, man.
So the second one is a 12 points of damage.
Okay, gotcha. That sounds good. Will that be the end of your turn?
Yeah, there's nothing in particular I want to do with my bonus action yet. Well, actually, is there one that looks particularly heftier than the others?
Hefty.
You just hit it, and now it's looking particularly less hefty.
Okay. Then I am going to cast my Hexblade's curse on it with my bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna put that. I'll put that on one of the ones that is a little bit more lively. Is that okay?
I specifically want to put it on the one that is closer to dying.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, that sounds good.
Because I get some stuff if that one dies.
How does that manifest as you want to hit these Kuatoa with these eldritch blasts that just ripple off their skin and kind of like burn like steam on their skin, and you follow up with this Hexblade? How does that manifest?
So I should have done it first because it does a damage bonus, but I think he wasn't really thinking of that at the moment. And by he, I mean I wasn't really thinking of that at the moment. So Hexblade's curse, I think what happens is that his eyes will pulse with that similar kind of blue energy that swirls around that black part. That is his whole eye. And for a moment, I think he has to like level his eyes on the person that he's doing it on. Maybe he has to like make eye contact, and then its eyes flash with energy for a second too. So it's like, and then it's just like got the thrall. I don't think it should have a big like aesthetic, like it got cursed. So you can see a big magical effect because he's supposed to be doing things stealthily. So I think the magic kind of just takes hold in a very creepy, silent kind of a way.
Lovely.
And just for mechanical purposes, it's cursed for 1 minute. So it ends early if it dies or I die or I go unconscious. I get a bonus to damage rolls on him in the future. I crit on a 19 to attack that particular one.
Okay.
And if it dies, I get hit points back.
Gotcha.
So that's why I put it on the one that's dying. Because I want it to heal me when it dies.
A good plan. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
We move.
Apologies for my long turns.
No, you're good.
Listen, I haven't action surged yet, so you're good.
Well, you could take that opportunity now because it is Benny's turn.
I mean, all right, here we go. Benny is going to run up to one that's a bit, that's healthy. Is there one that's healthy, completely healthy?
Yes, those are behind the ones that are immediately in front of you.
Okay.
And the wall.
I'll fight the ones that are in front of me. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That sounds good.
I forgot they were there. All right, I'll attack the one that's in front of me. That's gonna be a it definitely hits. 22 to hit.
I guess that'll hit. That'll go through.
Maybe. All right, let's see damage. Okay, that's gonna be 10 points of damage for my first attack.
Gotcha.
Then
so that'll be this one.
My second attack.
Are these going to be both against the same
yes.
Kuatoa? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then the second attack, that's going to be, that still hits.
Okay.
Not nat 20.
Nice, okay.
And then 9 points of damage.
Perfect, that sounds great to me. So Benny once again takes his swords and with the air of a practiced swordsman should definitely
very quick cuts to
and
fish.
You cut into this fish and you see you cut into its stomach and it bursts open and you see that same iridescent oily liquid pouring out of it. Instead of maybe like the bluish blood. I don't know what Kuatoa bleed, but I'm going to say it's bluish blood for those.
Sure.
It's this black oil that has an iridescence about it. Perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
how far away would you say the other ones are?
No more than 30 feet.
30? Okay. It's too far for what I want to do. Okay. I will call it. That's the end of my turn.
All right, so Bene splashes twice into this Kuatoa, severely damaging it. Now we're on to Marius.
Okay. So a little irritated about last time.
Mm-hmm.
Marius pulls out his spyglass, and on the side of it, he's got like a couple of like kind of switches that like filter have different filters and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And so he extends it out. And is there anyone that is standing immediately next to other Kuatoa?
Yeah, there's several. The ones who have not gotten to go yet are all standing around in a circle. So most of them are next to most of the others of them.
Okay. Which one has the most other Kuatoa in its general vicinity?
Let's say number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Marius looks through the spyglass at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And is there any like defining trait that makes this one stick out outside of the rest?
He on his stomach, there's a little discolored patch of like skin that's in the shape of a 4. But he also looks like he has blood in his eyes. He is particularly looking like he wants to get in there and get fighting. He's kind of doing the Tusken Raider, like, that's how Tusken Raiders sound, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So Marius just like has his eye locked on that one, and he goes, the one making the weird squeaking sounds, I guess. And then at that moment, a little storm cloud forms above it as he casts Call Lightning.
Oh, shit.
And
Here it
so
comes.
each creature within 5 feet of the point on number 4 has to make a dex save.
DC?
15.
DC 15. That's a fail. That's a fail. And yet another fail. That'll happen when you have a +0 to dex. So what happens to these 3 Kuatoa as you call lightning?
They take 3d10.
Okay.
So that is 18, and then so 22.
22 points of damage.
Take 22 lightning damage.
You see these 3 Kuatoa. Marius had seemed a little tepid before this, maybe a little bit unsure of himself, but with this presence and air, he calls this storm cloud, which do you think it's just kind of like normal yellow lightning, or what do you
There's a bright kind of sea foamy green quality to it. It's a very piercing bright lightning.
This lightning comes down from this cloud and absolutely sizzles these Kuatoa, and you see some smoke coming off of them as they each are kind of like, oh. And now we are over to one of the Kuatoa's turn. Thankfully,
Was one of the ones that he just killed the one that I attacked?
they're not dead, and it wasn't one of the ones that you attacked.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So now it is number 2's turn. So it is going to be like its other 2 friends and possibly ill-advisedly run up to you guys and try to attack. He's going to try to attack Marius this time because he just saw that massive lightning bolt. God, you guys need to be rolling better than this. Oh my God. That was a sick. So he comes up and he slams his spear against his shield, and he's like, "Meh, meh, meh, meh," and just completely hits air, like it goes in between your legs. Just really mucking it up. And then we are over to Calanthe.
So for just to be a rules lawyer,
Gotcha.
it says if you are outdoors in stormy conditions, that's when it stacks, or that's when you get the extra damage. Will that count as someone else casting call lightning? Like, will it stack if someone else?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I don't ever not want to let you guys do things.
So,
So yeah, you've got 3 in front of you that have each missed multiple times, and 5 in the minimal distance, many of which look hurt.
Okay. So Calanthe will look over at Marius and say, "Ye are good for something," and will, just to make it interesting, we'll dispel the wind wall and cast Call Lightning.
Sounds good to me.
And but I don't think she will do it on the 5 within the wall. I think she will do it on the 3 in front of her.
Okay.
So
does that mean that everyone will have to make a dex check? Or can you like careful spell that?
I mean, it does say each creature, but that sort of depends on, in general, if you let your players choose when they cast
you can choose
spells in general.
Yeah.
So those 3 will have to make a dex save.
That's a 15. What's the spell save DC?
16.
Ooh, one of them got a 15.
Oh.
Another got a 15, which is still one below. And then one of them does pass with a 17.
Okay.
So 2 of them get hit.
So now,
does the one that's saved take half?
Yes.
Okay.
So now that we have both of them going, it's 4d10 instead of 3.
Ooh,
so that
brutal.
Is 10, 15, 22 points of lightning damage on those 2, and then 11 on the one that saved.
Okay, so 22. Okay, that 2 of them are absolutely toast, and then one of them is still kicking around pretty well, actually. But you guys have done away with 2 of them. There's only one still standing in front of you as Calanthe calls this it brings even more electricity and like crackling energy into the air and calls another bolt of lightning. Does yours manifest differently than Marius's?
I think it just looks like standard, normal, bright ass lightning.
Okay.
I don't think, because hers is not really from a god or anything. So it does look more natural.
Gotcha.
But I think when she does it, she'll say, "Down, doggies."
You guys see this one bright flash of sea green light, and followed by a second flash of bright yellow lightning light as these Kuatoa are just taken for the ride of their lives, by which I mean the ride of their deaths.
And I will bonus action cast Shillelagh again on my cutlass.
Do you have to reach? Oh, right, because that's time has passed. Yeah. Okay, so now we got 4 Kuatoa turns. I'm just going to roll attacks for all of them. They're all standing around the fire, kind of away from you guys. And since you dropped that wall, they may be making a ranged attack. What is the when you're making a ranged attack? What is the this says 5 over 15 in the stat block. What does that mean?
5 means like
close range versus
close range, and then like close. I'm pretty sure it means close range at disadvantage. Like if you try to throw something at 5 feet in front of you is disadvantage, and then the farthest is disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
So you're within that.
So you can. So if it's 5/15, you're good for 5 feet. But then if you try to throw it past that, you're at disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
A few of them are gonna walk up. Actually, I'll say they all do, and they kind of form a line, trying to hold you back.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're military. They're scary. They're trying to coordinate, and they're all gonna take. Oh my god, guys! Oh my god! The last one was a nat 20, but none of the rest of them hit, and we're all below 5.
Wow.
So one of them gets a spear, and I'm gonna have to roll a d4 to see who it actually goes after.
One just magically was able to throw it, and the rest are just like hitting
the rest of them try to throw their spears, and they just go directly into the ground, like a few feet in front of them, like kind of pulls in the air. Okay, so let's say Bene, Qell, Marius. Goes after Calanthe again with the spear that gets thrown. So on a nat 20, that will do not a lot of damage, but it will be 2d6 plus 2 piercing. 8 points of damage as it tears through your shoulder and buttons to the ground behind you. Yeah, big owie. Now we're back up to the top of the initiative. There is that Kuato is dead. And so is the next one. So then it just goes right back to Qell.
Okay. I'm gonna huck another Eldritch Blast at this one that I've been working on.
Do it. Roll that shit.
That is a natural 1. That didn't work out.
That's probably one of the only times you're gonna miss during this specific encounter. Yeah, so you pull up that Eldritch Blast through your arcane focus, your swords, and try to bat it their way again, but it kind of swings wide and goes into the trees behind them.
I'm gonna hope that the second one goes better.
Okay.
Oh, it does.
Nice.
Okay, that's a 19 plus 9.
And you crit on a 19, right?
Yes, because he's cursed. I crit on a 19.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Okay. So let's get a D10. Do you do double everything or double dice and then add modifier?
It's up to you. You can roll the first dice and see how you feel if you want to double the die or double the number on the die or double the dice. You can double the modifier,
do you do? Because it varies from game to game with different GMs, like whether you double just the number on the die and then add the modifier, or add up everything and then double everything once it's all added up.
The first one.
Okay. That's a 10. So that makes it 20. So then plus 5. So that would be 25 points of damage on the second one. Because I'm mad that the first one didn't hit.
The first one swings wide, and the Kuato kind of looks back at it and goes like, and looks back just to get a full face of Eldritch blasted.
Right to the face.
And yeah, and he falls back dead.
Okay. So as it dies, it's some of its life force just kind of steams out of it and just shoots into me.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna take back some hit points for that. Hit points equal your warlock level, so 10 plus. Okay, so that's more than I'm missing. So I'm back up to 70.
Nice.
So I'm back up to full. And I'm gonna do something a little weird here.
Get freaky.
So
get crazy.
I would like to use a Cursed Spectre.
How does that work?
A Cursed Spectre, starting at 6th level, you can curse the soul of a person you slay, temporarily binding it to your service. When you slay a humanoid, You can cause its spirit to rise from its corpse as a specter. The statistics for which are in the monster manual. I can send you the link to the stats for that.
Sure, please, yeah.
When the specter appears, it gains temporary hit points equal to half your warlock level. So it has 5 hit points. I don't know if it's plus its normal stat block. Roll initiative for the specter, which has its own turns. So I'll do that right now.
Okay.
So that's a 4.
Okay.
So it's
Gotcha.
initiative 4.
It does go
It has
last. It has what?
A bonus to its attack rolls equal to your charisma modifier, so it's going to be a
Gotcha.
+5 for its attacks.
Okay.
It remains in my service until the end of my next long rest, at which point it vanishes to the afterlife. Once you bind a specter in this way, you can't do it again until you finish a long rest. So this is a Hexblade feature, and it's not a spell. It doesn't use a spell slot or anything. I think it just
For
happens
sure.
when I kill something if I want to use it.
What does it look like when this Kuo-toa foams out of or steams out of its body and then realizes that it's still kind of alive and in your surface, or its spirit is alive rather?
So I think what happens is when it dies and its spirit starts to rise out, immediately when it falls, Qell will take up his blade and then spin it around so that it's like flat side out with that tide pool facing that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And he begins to focus on it, and that steaming energy is drawn into that swirling sort of tide pool in the center of the hook. But then as it continues rushing, you see he revitalizes a bit and his wound heals up where he'd been hit before. But then there's like more spirit than he needs. So he stops and he goes, no, I have questions. And then he pushes it back out and the spirit stops coming into the tide pool, and he ejects it out and leaves it, and he puts one hand, well, I guess he's holding 2 blades. Maybe he puts the second blade back and he holds one hand out and begins to try and shape it into form. And it just becomes this loose, sort of gaseous, ghost-like visage of what the Kuo-toa looked like before. Gotcha. And it's just like waiting there, kind of waiting for orders.
Okay. So that specter is now there, and we move along. That's the end of your turn. Correct?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. We move along to Marius.
Okay, so
I'll say currently in front of you, you have one Kuo-toa who looks kind of fucked up, but not super fucked up. And then there are 4 more that are kind of holding the line behind him.
Okay, so but there's one like right in front of me.
Yes, there's one right in front of you.
Okay, so I take my spyglass and I kind of twist it, and it clicks, and then like crackling green like electricity starts spouting from it as I cast Spirit Weapon.
I'm so sorry, I skipped Bene. We gotta go back to Bene. My bad.
I honestly didn't even notice.
I'm so sorry. Hold that thought. Keep that in your mind. Bene.
It'll be quick. I'm gonna swing my sword.
Okay.
We'll be done.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada boom.
Yeah. What do you know? The fighter gonna swing his sword. Nat 20 on the first.
Oh my gosh.
And that's my second one is 16 to hit on the second.
Yeah, those will both hit.
I'm hitting the one that's still up close to us.
Gotcha. Okay.
So for the nat 20, that's gonna be. Actually, I have a thing because I'm in half orc. I have savage attack, where when I score a critical hit with a melee weapon, I get to roll an additional damage die.
Whoa.
Yeah. So let's see. So we're gonna roll the first one. That's gonna be 8. Yes. Nice. 8. So
yeah, that's 16 already.
16. No, wait. No. Yeah. So no. 16 plus 8. That's 24 plus 6. That's 30 points of damage from my first attack.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's dead.
Damn.
It's fully dead. How do you kill it?
It's like how do I describe this without it being like an anime?
You can make it an anime. We love anime.
It's just like, again, it's just a very swift, like he has this sword just like whoosh, and just cuts its head off. Like, it's just a super one quick like motion, and it's like it just cuts it right in half.
When the camera flashes and you just see silhouettes, and then it cuts back to the character like this, and you just see that like slide in half.
Yeah.
And you just wipe that iridescent blood stuff off your sword.
Yeah, he's just like, but it's like, that's really cool. And he's just like, ew. What is this on my sword? And then for the second one that I rolled, I guess I didn't know that one was going to die, to be honest.
There are 4 more of them.
There are 4 more back away, right?
Yeah. One of them hasn't been hurt at all. 2 of them are looking pretty messed up. One of them looks middling.
I'm gonna move closer to them just so I can do this ability.
Okay.
And then attack them. As a bonus action, I'm gonna use Dredge Line, which is one of my barbaric things. So as a bonus action, a creature that I see within 15 feet, it must succeed on a strength check, a strength saving throw, and then, or it be pulled 10 feet to me in a straight line.
Okay, so strength saving throw or be pulled to you?
Yes. So
what's the DC?
My DC is, honestly forgot it. 8 plus my proficiency. So 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
It hit a 15.
Okay. So it didn't. It's still there. Okay.
It's still
cool.
There. Okay.
So then Bene just runs up to it then, and I'll re-roll. That seems not fair. I'll re-roll to hit it.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's okay. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and then that's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right. You cut into. Do you want to hurt one of the 2 that's middling? One of the ones that's the one that's not fucked up at all, or the one that is doing pretty all right?
I'll attack the one that's doing all right.
Okay. You do 9 points of damage to that boy, and he is still up.
Cool. That's my turn.
All right. Sorry to both of you, but back to Marius now. So you see Bene run up and samurai kill one of them. And,
So that combined with the adrenaline rush I got from frying up a bunch of those Kuatoa, I cast spiritual weapon, and basically like the spyglass becomes like a hilt of like this crackling beam of lightning.
Well, that's
it's
so
like
sick.
just a lightning sword. And so I just sprint up to the closest one and try to slice him with that. So
I mean, attack.
I'll roll the hit. Uh, 16.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely hit. I'll say you go up to your old nemesis number 4 and just slice right into him. Roll that damage.
D8. 7.
7. Okay. You how do you slice into number 4 here?
So I imagine that like the lightning kind of as it's slicing kind of like encompasses
the
Kuatoa, but also just like an enormous gash right through his big number 4 just splits open.
Number 4 no longer. I mean, he's still alive, but that 4 is definitely split in twain. You see the lightning almost cauterizes the wound a little bit, but there's still a little bit of that black iridescent blood type thing dripping out. Do you have anything else for your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Oh, okay, sounds good to me. So that is going to be right on to that one, which is now dead, and now it goes to Calanthe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna optimally place the next lightning strike to get him.
Get 'em. Yeah, they're all standing in a line. So if you wanna, there's 5, 6, and 8 left. If you wanna hit 5, you could probably hit them all 3.
Yeah, so that's another dex.
The dex save, DC 14, 16,
16.
16.
Yeah.
A 15 again.
Oh.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Wow.
I need to get their lives together. That's an 11. And a 12. They all take max damage. Woo!
24 lightning damage.
Okay.
Just some dead fish.
Dead fried fish.
So
getting paid already.
So there's 4 left. You take out 2 of them. 2 of them get fried and go down. How do you think that they disperse or die?
You know when people get electrocuted and their bodies convulses so strongly, like that's what sends them flying back. They just go pew, and they just thump to the ground.
We see their skeletons for a second.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, I'm all about it. Anything else on your turn?
I don't think I have. I mean, I could cast Shillelagh on my other cutlass just for fun. So I will.
Hell yeah, do it. So they are looking ragged, the 2 that are left. It's now their turns. They look around at all of their dead compatriots. I'm using the word compatriot a lot this session, and don't think it's going unnoticed by me.
Fish patriot?
Fish
I
patriot.
didn't notice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Good word.
As they look around at their fish patriots that have all ceased to be in this realm of living. They're gonna make a last-ditch effort and go a little bit closer to you guys and try to throw a net over both Calanthe and let me just roll on this and see who they want to do. Bene. Can't be Bene twice. Bene and Qell. Okay.
Big net
energy. So you guys have to make it's an attack. 22. I imagine that hits.
Yeah.
That first one I said was Bene, so that's probably the first one. This a 16 hit Qell.
Actually, it does not because I have my swords out, so it would be a 17.
Gotcha. Okay. One of the nets just kind of falls flat in front of Qell, but another one does manage to make that arc and lands over Bene, who does not take any damage but is restrained.
Bene is just net. My weakness. My biggest weakness is a net. If only I had anything sharp to cut this with.
On your turn, you can make a DC 10 strength check for yourself, which I know is a big ask. DC 10
For a barbarian.
For a barbarian.
I don't have Indomitable yet.
As they see that not really go their way, both of them kind of turn tail and start to run towards a little bit of water that's behind where their fire was, but they're not going to have the movement to make it this turn, and it's back up to Qell.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it's your Spectre's turn actually now.
Well, it's really vague. It's really vague about this, right? Because like it doesn't say the mechanism for which you give commands to it. I didn't give it any commands this round, so I don't think it would really be able to do anything.
Up to you.
Yeah, but I don't know what it takes to like give it a command. It might be a free action if it doesn't list otherwise.
Yeah.
But I probably have to do it on my turn. So I think on this round it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
But then going back to my turn, I see that I've got the little ghost. So that might work. But I also consider that the ghost might not answer questions because it's a ghost. So I'll try to throw an Eldritch Blast at one of them. Would you say that it's within 20 feet?
Oh, yeah, they're definitely
farther.
within 20 feet. They're within 20 feet. They had to come in a little bit closer to throw the net, so yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if I hit first.
Go for it.
I don't. That's a natural one.
Ooh,
Again.
Shit.
There's a spectrum here. Well, I have a second one.
Okay.
Unless there's a bad effect for the natural
There
one.
is, but they're not within range of you to be able to use it. So you're good.
Okay, second one is better. That's 27.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so on that one, that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 points of damage, but I don't want to kill it.
You don't want to kill it. Okay.
I don't want to kill it. I want to reach up and grab my Kraken necklace.
Uh-huh.
And I want to like grip that tooth a little bit when I throw this blast out. Because I want to use the feature that I have here for Grasp of Hadar that we talked about.
Yes.
And I want to actually make it get 20 feet closer to me.
Okay. Yeah. So you pull this thing back to you. You don't kill it, but it is incapacitated. So it kind of goes limp in your arms.
I'm thinking that maybe like when the water blast kind of hits it, it erupts into tentacles that wrap around it and then just pull it closer to me.
Hell yeah. Okay. And then Marius. Or sorry, God, no, I'm not making that mistake again. That's the end of your turn though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bene, it is on you.
Oh.
There's one more. He's looking real ragged and trying to run away.
First, I have to get out of the net.
That's true. You do have to make a DC 10 save as an action.
Okay, cool. That's a 12. That's a flat 12, but yeah, I get out.
Okay, sounds good.
I very uncoolly get out from under a net. And I will use I'm just like and then I will use my action surge. So I have another another action, and then I will run up to the one that is still alive and attack that one.
Do it, hit it.
Ooh, okay. My first attack, that is a 14.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool.
Shit beats the armor class.
That's 12 points of damage.
Yep, that one is dead. You guys have cleared out these Kuatoa. What do you do to finish off this last one?
Again, I just cut straight down the middle, just like it does that thing in TV shows where it's like it's still looking at you, and then it kind of like halves, and then it just fillets itself like onto the ground.
Classic. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, can I do it? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it happens.
Can y'all hear the ambulances?
I can't believe on your island that you're on, there's all these ambulances and fire trucks.
You know, where there is tropicalness, there is danger. So,
True.
You know.
The classic adage.
The give and take, you know, with this island life. Can I do an investigation check or something on the like goop that is within them?
You definitely can, yeah.
Perfect.
The one that I left alive is still alive, right?
It is, yeah. It's
just unconscious.
It's knocked out, yeah.
Very nice.
That's that's an 11.
Okay. For an investigation check?
Yeah, I have a +1 and I rolled a 10.
these things shouldn't be here. Kind of like with your sense that you got before with the methods, it's like someone might have brought them here. I think you're getting a very similar. I mean, it's literally the same viscous kind of liquid that you're seeing, but it's very much the same energy that these things were probably summoned, and you get the sense that maybe it was a test.
I swear, if the
That's probably so what do the rest of you guys do as you complete your mission?
I'd like to pick up the one that's unconscious, kind of with the hook of the blade, but not applying pressure to hurt it. And I just want to kind of like pick it up by the neck.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach over with my webby fingers to the ghost one that I still have up. I'm just going to have it like come here and like flank this thing and intimidate the other one that's waiting. So it's like on the other side of it.
Gotcha.
And then I'm just going to try to wake him up to the best of my ability.
You wake him up and you...
So, okay. So for sea elves, there's a feature called Friend of the Sea.
Gotcha.
And it means I can communicate basic ideas with any creature with a swim speed.
Okay. Yeah, this thing
would this
count
count
as a swim speed
as that kind of creature? Yeah. So
yeah.
I imagine we can't like have a conversation, but I can kind of Aquaman basic ideas here is the wording that I got from
the
ability anyway.
Does it say whether it can communicate back or if only you can communicate things to it?
Let's take a look at Sea Elf. I had it up yesterday.
It happens.
Calanthe will, with her herbalism kit that she has, will scoop a little bit of the ichor.
Yeah.
And then go take a pee.
Go for it.
She'll walk off and go pee.
Yeah, you guys please do other things while I look this up.
Okay.
Or we
Marius
can take
just reveling in what happened. He's just kind of like looking around, like kind of looking at him like, that's so cool.
Has Marius ever been in a real fight before?
No, not like that.
Yeah. Not like that.
He's seen his fair share of fights.
Yeah.
He's never gotten into the into the thick of it himself before, and so he's
the nitty gritty.
Yeah, he's kind of riding the high of this wave of self-confidence right now. He starts just putting his stuff away and just kind of watching everyone else kind of investigate these bodies, and he takes out his notebook and starts jotting down what's happened so far. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's great.
So the exact wording. Sorry, were you gonna
go for it.
The exact wording is: using gestures and sounds, you can communicate simple ideas with any beast that has an innate swimming speed. So that doesn't really say that it can communicate back.
Yeah.
But I do understand Aquan. Does it speak Aquan?
Let's look. It speaks. Where would that manifest on this sheet? It only speaks Undercommon.
Undercommon. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So I can only communicate
to it.
Yeah, using gestures and sounds, I can communicate simple ideas. Then I'm just going to try and communicate with gestures and sound. I don't know how you would communicate with gestures and sounds, but I basically just want to get to the point of like, what are you doing here? Or show me what you're doing here.
He tries to take a bite out of you. I don't know why I gendered this Kuatoa.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he tries to take a bite out of you.
Okay.
What were we gonna say?
Do we need to roll for that?
No. Well,
he just tries to.
Oh yeah, I guess we can roll for that.
Fighting, chomping, murdering, violence.
No, it doesn't hit. That's it. Well, if you put your weapons away, that might hit. It's a 16.
16. It would ordinarily, but I do have the scissors method happening right now.
It misses. But yeah, it tries to take a little nibble out of you. Do you want to do anything with it?
Yeah, so as soon as it does that, I go, fine then. And I take the head off, and then I turn, I hit the thing. Then I turn my attention to the ghost one, and this gets a little more complicated, because, so the specter is, I was reading what it says about specter here, and it says that they are not like particularly connected to what they were anymore, but they understand any language that they would have in life.
Okay.
It's supposed to obey my commands, but I don't know if the conceit of what the specter is would mean it would know anything or be able to, because it says it can't speak.
Okay.
But if I can still get across, like if I could get across ideas from Friend of the Sea to a living one, and the dead one understands anything that it would have when it was alive, then I can still communicate with it, but it's up to you if it can communicate back, because I don't think
it can communicate back. I think you can,
I will go to the ghost and try anyway, and just say to it, I will release you after you tell me why you are here.
It starts foaming at the mouth, and you see this black liquid just start oozing out, like it's a waterfall of this iridescent black liquid that is being kind of vomited down its face and chest, and it doesn't stop. It kind of mists out as it hits the ground, because it's obviously a spirit, so it's not in the physical world. But yeah, you see this substance just absolutely pouring out of it.
That was terrifying.
Just to check in with Bene, how are you feeling after all this?
Bene, honest. Bene is pretty like, that's weird. So, are we done?
It looks like you're done. As you begin to walk back to town, what is Marius noting as you guys walk after having this very strange experience?
What probably stands out to him the most is just how much these new people that he's met remind him of all the different sorts of people who would come through the temple on a daily basis, and how these kind of new co-workers, companions, he's not even really sure yet, how they all seem to have a lot more going on than they let on, and seem to have have lived very colorful lives, and he's gonna stay close to these folks, because he feels like if the action really starts to kick into high gear around here, it's gonna be around them.
You know it.
I am going to put the swords away and release the spirit.
Okay, gotcha.
And just let it just sort of dissipate into condensation. And then as we walk back, Qell is going to make a point of silently submerging himself in the river on the way back, like going all the way under and staying there as long as it takes to cleanse himself before coming back up.
Gotcha. I love that. Is there anything that
in the gross, nasty
the gross water,
bog water?
As we're wrapping up, is there anything that Calanthe is thinking about or feeling as this weird little combat has happened?
I think she's like, that's not normal. But I think more than anything, like she still wants to fight, and it's sort of like bubbles, 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 bubbles. And as soon as they get back to town, she just reels back and punches Bene in the face.
You do that, and Benny's just like, I mean, you gotta buy me a drink first if you think you can just hit this. Excuse me?
I think that's going to be where we end our session. So that was session 0 of Below the Shoreline. Does anyone have anything they want to plug, starting with Jon, maybe?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's just Jon Webb 23. Hit me up if you want to make music videos or take photos and stuff.
Hey, and now Sam?
I'll plug my Instagram too, Super Sam Rut. Also, Medley Studios. We make skits and shorts and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, just I'm always doing weird shit. So so just follow for more, I guess.
Hell yes. And finally, my Chance Encounters team, the crew. What do you guys want to plug? Together or separately?
Well, this will be way in the past by the time this comes out, but by when it comes out, I will most definitely be streaming on Twitch, Warden Asteria, just like the rest of my usual socials that are usually in the description below.
Go check it out.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have coming up on the horizon as of the recording of this. So
hell yeah.
And if you like this, check out our first campaign, The First City, about superhero college. You can follow me at Frostyverse, FROSTYVERSE, mostly on Instagram. I compose all of the music that you hear in these dang things. So if you want to hire me to write theme songs and such, DM me there. And I think that would be it for me.
Yeah, and you can check out Chance Encounters on Instagram and Twitter as well. I think it's just at Chance Encounters RPG on Instagram, and on Twitter it's at Chance ENC RPG. You can check me out on both of those things as well at Schwan Lake, SCHWANLAKE. You can check out the music I make under the name Pragmatist, which is available on streaming services. As well as the band I'm in, Friendly Neighborhood Watch, and a podcast I'm in called The Terror and Travel Show. And those are the things that I do. That was a lot. Okay, but as we wrap up, we will see you guys in episode 1 of Below the Shoreline. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Next time to see what lurks under the shoreline.
Oh, that's pretty
there we
good.
go. That's it. That's it.
That's the one.